Hey y'all. Oh my gosh. Pardon me. Guess what? Today, this channel is now 10 years old. It occurred to me when I woke up today and looked at the date and saw that it was the February 28th of this year, and just, fuck, 10 years have gone by so fast. I was looking back at, like, the fact that it was 2015 now, and it's been 10 years since. I was 16 when I made this channel. And, yeah, I do have a lot of regrets. And I try to just not only forget about them and say I was younger, I didn't know better, but also just what I always tell myself, every day is another chance to improve. Oh boy. And like I was saying previously, I was 16. My dad had just died the year before. We had just moved into this house, which was a whole fucking fiasco, because, like, our previous house was foreclosed on just after my dad had died, and that was a whole ass whirlwind, and it tore me up because the property that I grew up on was my dad's property, like his family's property, for however long, and so being shucked out of there just broke my fucking heart. And so with that unsteadiness, we were all here and just everything was new, just a ripped off band-aid, painful, hurting, etc. Why I started this channel, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I just wanted to just bitch and have someone hear it and maybe have someone agree with me. It seems like my family doesn't want to always do that. And with the 10 years that have passed now, I can only look back in shame. I'm sorry. I'm upset with myself because, well, for one, just things that I've done on YouTube, I guess, were inflammatory. I understood that at the time, especially because it's like, oh, you gotta get views somehow. But I've never been good at really verbalizing, like literally physically talking it out. I've always been better in writing. I feel like I will completely skip entire, like, what's the fucking word? Not a sentence fragment. Clause. I will skip an entire clause in my sentence. It's like, yeah, this, but you don't have that. You know, they kind of depend on each other. Yeah, nothing's changed. I still got my little notes. Man. And just like, so I'm 26 now. I started with, not 19, 16. I wish I had gotten further than I did. Obviously, you don't really have a crystal ball. Well, I do, but that's not how you tell the future. Shut up! Shut up! Oh god, they're gonna be barking now. Give me a second. Hopefully they'll be silent now for at least a minute. What was I saying? There are a lot of things I wish I could have done better, and yeah, I do kind of feel like the peak of my channel is probably over, and that's entirely my fault. I didn't upload, I was dealing with shit offline, and I also did not want to make y'all my therapist. I didn't want to be the lol cow that was like, oh, this happened today, isn't it terrible? And, you know, I didn't want to be an Amberlynn Reid, essentially. Because I used to, yeah, I've always had the big chubby cheeks, but I've always, like, also been on the topic of old things. This is Milo. He was my dad's dog. His final birthday present. So yeah, that's gonna be sad when he goes. I don't want to really think about all the sad, but that's just kind of been the way things have been. Can't be helped. And obviously, like, I thought about this the other day. I was telling my brother this, I want to say that I wish we can all just get 2 years taken off of our age or something, because the COVID bullshit, that stunted us so much. It stunted us as a country, stunted the kids, stunted the adults. I remember I was working during that time, but with all the other things that were going on, I was not having a good time. And long story short, I just started drinking too much. I would drink at work, and that was bad. And for some reason my family was like, oh, it's not that bad. It's like, okay, I guess if you're not shooting up in the bathroom, it's fine. But yeah, I was having a hard fucking time, and I don't want that showing in my face. I don't want the alcoholism and all the other bullshit because I'm already starting to get lines. And it's like, go away. Long story short, if I could, I would. It's not like it's there I could. It's more like I can, but I'm not choosing not to. It's just I'm stuck, and I feel like one biggest thing. Okay, not to get too woe is me, is I've been actually trying to like get my ass in gear, especially because I realized like, fuck, especially when I turned 25 and now I'm 26. Like, no, get off the ride. It's too fast. I want to get off, but I'm really trying to like make up for lost time. And the saddest thing was, I was always like in school, I got a bang that's like one too long. Just needs to. I was always the kind of like anal, stick up the ass, gotta have good grades, gotta do the thing. No, I can't hang out. I gotta, be home. I was always that person. And then my brother had his little rough patch at like 15. I'm having mine at like 20 something and beyond. He was like, you need to chill out. You need to calm down some and get the stick out of your ass. And da-da-da. Now the roles kind of switch. He's got his shit up together, and it's like, I'm trying to pick up where I left off because I was doing good, and then fuck, everything hit the fucking fan. And enough about me personally though, outside of YouTube, because that's one of the big factors. If you're on my Discord, you probably know. Anyway, also about just what I do on YouTube, talking politics. I feel like I am just preaching to the choir, not really adding much to say, not adding anything new, just saying what everyone else is thinking. And like a part of me is like, no, people in your comments have said this before. It's like, yeah, but then they can watch literally anybody else and get the exact same shit, because it's not like I don't want to record. It's usually I don't get the ability to until that thing is way past. Like I was going to talk about the Ashley St. Clair, or whatever the fuck her name is, Elon's baby mama. You ain't fooling anyone, ho. Come on now. Like, but I would like to believe at least that I'm doing a little better. The fact that I'm sitting down here and doing the thing for 7+ minutes, it's a step in the right direction. And also when it comes to the whole politics thing, like, yeah, I could keep going. I could just say whatever the fuck is coming to my head, or I can, diversify, but then again, at the same time, does that mean everyone that subs is gonna watch? I'm just talking to myself at this point now. Why do y'all listen to me ramble? I'm just an idiot. Either way, I think I'm gonna fuck off. Okay, no, that's just the dog. But, yeah. 10 years later, and I've not improved nearly as much as I hoped that I have. But all things considered, at least I'm not dead. There were plenty of times I could have been in a pine box by now, so yeah. Also, this is not self-harm, this is the dog. I'm left-handed, it'd be hard to self-harm on my own arm. But just before anyone starts getting weirded out, okay? Yeah, especially while I was talking about that. Anyway, I'm gonna fuck off now. I will see y'all later. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.